Guys, and welcome to the first video for our 30-day challenge, the Perfect Savings Plan. What we're going to cover today is what I believe is the easiest way to help you stick to your meal plan and your exercise, and understanding why your nutrition and your exercise play an important role with your goal. It doesn't matter what your goal is, whether you're trying to lose weight, tone up, add weight on, or add muscle on. The savings plan method that we use here is works for both, and it's absolutely superb. So let's get started. First off, what we need to understand is we need to eat more food to lose more weight. Most of the time, we find that we're not eating enough food, and that is detrimental to our body. So it doesn't actually allow us to shift body fat, which is quite difficult for the body to lose if it's not getting enough fuel through the day. So your meal plan will show you how to eat or give you an options to eat 4 to 5 and 6 meals a day. And it's important to understand that these meals all go towards your savings plan. Your weekly goal is to reach X amount of saved calories. So the easiest way that I find to look at eating my nutrition and exercise is that every time I eat the right meal, it's putting X amount of calories in the bank. Every time I complete a workout, it's putting X amount of calories burnt in the bank. And my goal is to reach a certain number per week, depending on what my goal is. And in this video, we're going to go on a weight loss goal. So our goal is to burn roughly about 3,500 calories a week to start shifting half a kilo to a kilo worth of body fat. Now, with your savings plan, obviously burning enough calories, we have to make sure that we know what the right amount of calories we have to consume, which is fuel, and what the gap is between what our body needs and what our actual intake is, and make sure that maintains at a safe level. So everyone should be aware of their basic metabolic rate, which is the amount of calories per day your body needs just to survive. Most people hover around 14 to 1600, and that's, if you were to sit there all day and just watch TV, then that's how much fuel you would consume all day. So when we plan out what our X amount of calories saved is, we need to know what our BMR is, because we want to create a small deficit of no more than 20% on our BMR in calories or food that we consume. So what we're looking for per week is a savings of roughly about 35 to 4,500 calories saved between the amount of food that we consume and the amount of food that we need and the amount of exercise that we push out. So let's have a look at our nutrition to start with. So if we work on a basic number of 1,400 calories a day, so this is the basic amount of fuel someone's body would require just to sustain where it's at now. So it's not getting any thinner, it's not getting any bigger, it's just surviving. What we want to do is we want to create a small deficit. So we're going to create a deficit of 200 calories, just under 20%. And this is a safe zone for your body to be able to continually to operate and not go into shock or starvation mode. Now, when we create this deficit, the deficit can't be any more than 20%. You can't go and save calories by missing a whole day's worth of food and putting 1,400 calories in the bank. You're only allowed to, with your nutrition, have a small gap of about 20%. And when we put weight on, for example, in this scenario here, we might only go up to 1,600 or 1,700 calories a day, depending on the person. But you can't go up to 2,800 calories a day, because it's just too much food consumed, and the body will just turn that to fat. Now, when we look at the deficit we're going to create, so we go to here, we're going to create a small deficit of 200 calories. So that means your body requires 1,400 calories, and we're only going to consume 200 calories. That's a safe zone for your body to continue to work at. Okay, so that means at the end of the week, you're going to have saved up 1,400 calories within your diet. Now, we need to get well over 3,000 calories saved in our savings plan for us to be able to shift a half a kilo to a kilo worth of body fat. Now, it's really important here to understand that you can't increase this number through in your nutrition. You can't be expected to consume 1,400 calories and then try and save 600 calories by having half as many meals as you require. Your body requires a minimum amount of food throughout the day, or fuel throughout the day, to do what it needs to do, to breathe, to work, to keep your immune system alive, and keep your hormones in balance and stuff like that. So the maximum you can change your BMR from 1400 is 20%, and we're going a little bit lighter at the 200. So you've got to work in your exercise as well. So in this scenario here, we've got 1400 calories saved per week. We need to get another 1500 in there. This is where our exercise comes in, because our exercise is our secret weapon. Now, if we've got the correct amount of calories saved through our nutrition, which is only 200 to 300 a day, then what we can do is we can actually challenge our body to burn more fuel through exercise, and those calories that we burn through exercise can be used through our savings plan. So in this scenario here, if you're doing a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday workout with us at Peak Physique, you're going to burn close to 1,000 calories. So that means you're going to burn an extra 4,000 calories in 4 workouts, and that's going to take your total well over 3,500. So let's put these numbers together. Okay, so on the top box there is our nutrition. Our 1400 is our basic metabolic rate, so that's how much calories we need to consume, and this will be different for everybody. In the middle box there, the 1200 is how much we're actually going to consume, and that's going to give us a savings of 200 calories a day. That's going to give us 1400 a week just from eating right. And most people we find are eating more food with us because they're not eating enough to reach up to that 1200. They're actually eating a little bit lower than that. Now, when we go and add our exercise in there, we get Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturdays workouts. We get an additional 4,000 calories just from exercise. So what that's going to do is that's going to take us well up to 5,400 calories for the week. So if your goal per week is to shift a kilo to half a kilo to a kilo of fat, then you need to look at your nutrition and eating all of your meals a day as a savings plan. So every time you stop at work and have a meal, it's just putting calories in the bank. Every time you get up at 6 o'clock or 5:30 in the morning to make the 6 a.m. session, you're doing it because you're putting calories in the bank so that at the end of the week, you reach your target. And then at the end of the month, what happens is you have a huge deficit of close to 14,000 calories, and then that converts into weight loss or weight gain or toning, and it all pays off for you. So as we move forward with the introduction of the meal plan and the introduction of your exercises, this is the easiest way to look at to understand the importance of eating all your food and committing to all of your exercise. It removes us from the process of worrying about not eating food because we want to lose more weight. Because if you go past that 20% deficit of your basic metabolic rate, so in 1400, if we go down to 1100, you're actually putting your body into a shock zone. So it's not going to actually work in your favor. It's almost as detrimental as eating over your 1400 calories a day. So it's really important to understand that you have to eat the right amount of food per day to fuel your body to do what you want it to do. It's exactly the same as your exercise. You have to turn up to your sessions and put in 100% so you can get close to that 1,000 calories burnt per program or per day. And all at the end of the week, it all goes into your calorie bank, and at the end of the month, it comes up to a big total. And at the end of your 30 days, you have a nice big calorie total, and that converts into weight loss and dropping your dress size or putting on some extra size if that's what your goal is. So I'll finish off here. Post your questions below, and we'll see you all very soon.